Hi, everyone, and welcome to Abnormal Psychology. I want to make just a little intro video now that classes are closed and we can move forward in the summer semester. I want to just go over a little bit of the mechanics, sorry about that, of the course. So here's what you need to do. Make sure that you do have a copy of the book. I made a little audio but I just want to kind of reinforce that again, that you will need a copy of the book. That way you can kind of follow along and be able to respond to the clinical questions at the end of the case studies. So here's a little bit of the mechanics. I consider Monday the beginning of the week, Sunday the end of the week. So you have all week to work on the case studies and to read each of the different chapters that deal and focus on the disorders that we're going to be discussing. That book is a fabulous book. It is set up to where the DSM is embedded within the chapters, and not only the DSM, but also treatment and causation. So it's really, really good resource book as well. How I want you to do the case studies. You have the case studies that you will find under the content. So you have the content section, you have those overviews, and if you can read the overviews just to kind of open up your brain, kind of get yourself set in the disorders that we're going to be discussing. And then, of course, I have the case studies that kind of pair up with that. We're only, again, 12 weeks in the summer, so I kind of have to pick and choose because of the shortness of the semester. And I also pick depending on the importance of the disorders. We're going to cover the big ones. The big ones are in the beginning. You talk about depression, your mood disorders, anxiety disorders, stress disorders, PTSD. PTSD is big. And then we'll move on to some of the other disorders that maybe some of you are not really familiar with when we look at somatic disorders, hypochondria, and then um, some of the dissociative disorders when you look at what we used to call multiple personality disorder, now we call dissociative identity. So in the second half, you're going to see maybe disorders that are very, very interesting, but maybe we don't know a lot about. Now, how I want you to do the case studies. There's not a specific format. Don't worry about MLA or APA. First of all, we don't use MLA in social science anyway. We use APA, but don't worry about that. I want you to support your responses. Try not to reword the question. I know the questions, I put them there, but try to use the research from the chapters to support why you're saying what you're saying. That helps you to kind of develop how we assess the patient, how we diagnose, and how we go about making that assessment for treatment and causation. So anytime you make a sentence, if you feel like Veronica did this, that's our PTSD case study, why do you think that? Where is that support within the chapter? Enough to answer the questions. One or two sentences will probably not be enough. And again, try not to reword the sentences. I noticed that last time. Try not to do that. But try to support whatever you read within your chapters. First of all, that lets me know that you're reading and that you're understanding the research. The two exams that we'll have in the class, because it's only 12 weeks, we're going to do a midterm and we're going to do a final. It's different when I have 16 weeks. 12, it's a little bit. Those I will provide for you. They're going to be under the assessment section, under quizzes, and I will tell you when that's going to open up. I will tell you for how long. It's going to be multiple choice. I know you guys are happy. It's going to be multiple choice and it will be timed. But I will tell you. In fact, I will tell you each week what to do. I will say week 1, I've already done it with week 2. I'm going to tell you each week what case study is due, when it is due, and maybe some highlights and areas that I want you to work on. But you have the overviews. Read the overviews, and then with the chapters that go with the case studies. There is a syllabus. The syllabus is under the content section, and if you look at the very end, it has the course schedule. So it's telling you each week what case studies you have to focus on. So I hope that you will enjoy abnormal psychology. It is a fantastic course, and even though you might not even major in psych, you're going to still work with humans, and there's such a diversity with humans, and we read so much more about mental illness and individuals, and the more you understand it, it really does help you to socially navigate, this area. So I hope this will be a foundation for some of you, and then maybe when you go off to a bigger university, you might enjoy taking another abnormal psychology class that's maybe more specialized. There's abnormal for child, adolescent, geriatric. It does get a little bit more specialized once you get to the upper level. So I'm excited to have you in class, and I hope that you enjoy the case studies. The book, fabulous. It's really, really good information. Maybe it's a book you want to keep. Until the DSM changes, you might as well keep it. It's a great resource book. And if you have any questions, I gave you guys my phone number, so just text me and or call me. I'm available for you as far as communication anytime. I'm here on the weekends. I don't take the phone down to the barn. Horses and phones don't always get along. But once I get back in, I'll check to see, and I hope that you will enjoy all the information. So start working on Margaret. She's our first case study, and try to have that in to me by Sunday, and I'll give you feedback. In fact, I'm giving audio feedback. And so just have that, and then I will place the grade under grades, and then we'll go from there. So glad to have you in class. Bye.